pop up on the screen here. And you're good. Have a good one.
All right. I assume I am live. All right, everybody. Hello, hello. My name is Sloathedemon. I have a variety of different RPGs, and today I'm going to be bringing Final Fantasy VII PC any percent. Like I said, if you've never seen this run, just stick around. You're gonna love this run. I can't wait to watch everyone's mind be blown here. But we'll go ahead and start it off here in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So starting off, there's not gonna be too crazy. I got like 2 minutes here to kind of just sit back and let this cutscene play, and just kind of talk a little bit about the run. So there's not gonna be too much crazy at the beginning of the run. Probably I'd say about first hour and a half is going to be pretty much just the same. One second, I'm just going to fix my things. Unfortunately, when the game is not clicked on, it kind of pauses, so I have to make sure whenever I need to fix something, I need to make sure to do it very quickly. So but hope everyone is excited. This is definitely one of the runs I definitely enjoy showing off, mainly because like anyone that has never seen this run, like just gets their mind blown. They're like, "What the heck? That's a thing, or that's a thing?" And just like, oh, like, and even the ones that have seen like the console runs have never seen a PC run, like they even get their minds blown on how this run can just be so broken, how this game just becomes absolutely nutty. But I hope everyone's excited. I hope I'm not hyping this up too much. But I promise you guys, you're going to enjoy this. Alright, so starting off here, I do have to apologize. You're going to hear my keyboard clinking a lot. I have a mechanical keyboard, and I'm playing this on keyboard. So I apologize in advance for it. Alright, so starting off, we're going to go ahead and go to the menu, and we're going to go ahead and configure. We're going to set the cursor to memory. We're going to put ATB to active, and we're going to put everything to as fast as possible. And I'm also going to change this camera angle to fixed. That's just a personal preference. And we'll get into our first fight here. So memory is going to serve a very good purpose on the fact that once we get things set up to how we want it, I can just hold down the confirm button, and I won't have to repress things. And obviously, as you might guess, that's fast. So so we're going to go here. All right. I was going to ask for a name in the chat, but I forgot to. Oh well, so we're just going to go with the hefty name of A. So if we just hold down, it will pretty much... Okay, well now we got Ba instead of Barrett. But if we hold down, it can just go very fast, as you can see. And it's faster to go ahead and have the names be one letter. It doesn't save too much time. It saves like frames, but you know, frames add up over a few hours. So again, I'm also going to go into this the idea of the idea of like, oh, I lost my train of thought. Normally we, if you've seen any normal runs of this, you've actually seen like step count, you've seen stuff like that. I unfortunately never have learned the step count for this run, so we're not going to be seeing any step counts. Over the course of the run, I think it loses like a few minutes or something like that in this run, so it's not the end of the world. So we're going to get this Phoenix down. This is the best time to do it because there is no chance of getting an encounter, so we don't have to worry about anything like that because there is no threat level in this room right at the beginning. Yo, that is fantastic that we just actually hit our goal. We're not even like 5 minutes into this and we're already hitting the goal. That is fantastic. You guys are awesome. But I've not got a chance to see if that was towards the goals we have for here. But again, if you guys are just now tuning in, we do have a few goals for this. We are going to be naming Tifa, and we are going to be naming Tifa and Red. Red will be much later into the run, obviously, but Tifa will be pretty much after the reactor. So I'd say the cutoff is probably going to be after we escape the reactor. So if you guys want to name Tifa anything special, make sure to get those donations in. And as for Red, obviously, that won't be for a while, so we'll figure out the cutout from there. Also, if you guys want to watch me actually fight Sephiroth instead of just skipping straight to the scripted fight, you know, I think I put it down for like $15. So it's not even that much to even make that one. So natural thing here, we're not going to be getting into any encounters, we're going to be getting into encounters, but we're not going to be fighting any encounters. Pretty standard stuff here. So, but we will be getting up to our first boss here. If you are seeing my splits here, you'll probably see the fact that obviously the first up is going to be Guard Scorpion. Like I said, nothing going to be too crazy at the beginning of this run here. So it's just going to be pretty much intended for a little bit here. Like all the way through, at least through the reactor, it's going to be pretty much, you know, your standard intended gameplay. Alright, Barrett's gonna go first. That's not ice. Alright. So, obviously, Guard Scorpion is a machine type monster, so Bolt, it takes extra damage, so it's actually more damage to use bolts than just use a regular attack. So we want to do this a few times. How long have I been running this? So I've been kind of on and off with this for a few years. I come back to it every once in a while. I actually came back to this because I was de-rushing this for another run, and I had happened to run into Retro Block Party as one of the events coming up, and I decided to submit it. So, but yeah, I've been very off and on with this game. I don't really keep up with it. It's just kind of a fun run for me. I think he's going to. I think his tail's about to go up after this. I think. Yeah. Called it. So obviously when his tail goes up, if you don't know this, you don't want to hit him when the tail goes up because, you know, he'll do a big laser attack and it's slow, as you might guess. So we're going to go ahead and use the limit here just to get a little extra damage in, just make this fight a little slightly ever so faster. We used to want that for Airbuster, but spoiler alert, we're going to be skipping Airbuster. I'm sorry for those that are big fans of Airbuster. But we will be skipping that fight. And that's the fight. 920. That's not bad. I think that's still slower than my PB's fastest Scorpion. I think it's faster than my PB's, but it's like my best. It's still slower, I think. I think my best is like an 8 something. Like it's like sub 9. Which is still significantly slow. That's also because I'm not doing step route stuff. So again, nothing crazy gonna be happening. As I kind of already spoiled it a little bit, we are gonna be skipping over one big chunk of the game. So we gotta save Jesse here, or else we can't get out of the reactor. So this is just your standard, escape from the reactor. Gotta beat the clock. So, I guess since I got some kind of air to fill here, some interesting facts, at least about the remake of this game, since I don't know if anybody here who has played the remake and who hasn't. But the remake of this, the timers on them are actually, it's kind of funny, the timers are actually fake. They don't actually, nothing happens if the timer goes to 0 on them, which is pretty funny. You can try it yourself. I do run a little bit of the remake too, which is a very fun run. It's also very glitchy too. Not nearly as glitchy as the original, but pretty glitchy on in its own right. All right, not bad reactor, I'd say. 1146 or something like that. It was not a bad reactor. Definitely faster than my PB. It's like 1206 or something on PB. It's not bad at all. Alright, so I guess I can pull up some, I'm going to pull this up a little bit. There we go. Alright, so one of the $10 we did get was Tifa equals Yang and Red equals Timmy. So I guess we will be naming Tifa Yang, since that cutoff did happen and did already pass. But yeah, Red is still up on the table, up for the table here. It's gonna be a little while until we have to name Red, so you don't have to worry about that. Oh, he's over there. What the heck? Alright, so obviously we just gotta tell her you better get out of here, because that's just the fastest option. Not only is it the first option, but it's also the fastest option. Because the other one like goes through a bunch of text and stuff like that. So I want to grab this potion. So I don't want to get into fights here because obviously it's slow and pointless. So just going to try and make sure I pick the second option, not the first option. If I pick the first option, it's not a big deal. It's just a little bit of a time loss because I have to go through a very slow fight. But so up here, I'm gonna try and go for this. There's this very small skip here that we could get. Saves like 2 seconds or something like that, so it's not a big deal if we miss it. It's called Jesse's skip. So this will be kind of like a bit of how you'll see a few of the skips we do in this game. kind of work. Some of them are kind of weird in certain ways. Like there'll be one after this one that's a very big skip. It's actually one of the more recent ones. About I think it's about 2 years old or something like that. It was a run that it was a skip that affected the run, like every single run, like significantly. It's like saved about 20-ish minutes or something like that. And people even had to reroute out the step count and everything because of it. All right. All right. So up here is going to be we're going to be doing. I will remember the name of it. Jesse's skip. You know, sometimes your brain just doesn't work 1:30 in the morning. Oh, okay, well, okay, Big's big butt got in my way. Oh, well, okay. I screwed it up. That's okay. Like when in doubt, you just blame Canada, okay? I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I'm sorry. Okay, so from So from here, like I said, it's not really too much to talk about. Just kind of just going through the motions, going through cutscenes. So I guess I'll ask the chat. Okay, chat. What is your guys' favorite Final Fantasy? Is it Final Fantasy VII? Is it another Final Fantasy? I was talking with one of the staffs. They said one of their favorites is they really enjoy Final Fantasy VIII. Personally, my favorite is actually Final Fantasy Tactics. Obviously, that run is a little too long for this. Unfortunately, it runs about 5.5 hours. It was actually also one of my very first speedruns. It's also one I also enjoy like showcasing a lot. But of course, again, too long of a run, but that's okay. Why don't you guys just like, you know, say you guys have, but I really want to know like what is you guys' favorite Final Fantasy? So the world record for this one, oops, forgot I had to leave my enter. So the world record for this run actually skips over this part right here, and just but that run is also very, very, very scary, and not very marathon safe. Because if I make one mistake, yeah, it's just down the drain. It's okay. So Tifa's name will be Yang. Alright, so again, this is a perfect time if y'all have any promotions, anything you guys would like to do right now. Again, this would be a great time. too much to talk about. You know, it's just kind of the classic thing of RPGs. They kind of just have this big, you know, build up right at the beginning, and but once we get past this part, then a lot of the run is going to become a lot more interesting. But for now, like, there's just not too much to talk about. Just right now we have pretty much just a lot of cutscenes, a lot of button mashing. You're going through a lot of building the character, like I said, world building, a lot of character development. So again, if you guys have donations, this is again a great time to come in for more donations, and so on and so forth. So, hope everyone's doing well too. I know it's pretty late for a lot of people, and especially late for me. You know, this is definitely one of the biggest parts, like, you have to deal with just running any JRPG in general, though, is just dealing with a lot of just the beginning, just kind of being a drag. A lot of times it picks up after the beginning, which is good, but sometimes that can oftentimes drag on for upwards 30 minutes, even an hour sometimes. So it all comes down to what you're willing to deal with, what you're willing to sit through. Obviously, I run a lot of long RPGs, so I can deal with a lot, but this is definitely one of the ones that are much shorter. Got an itch on my eye, and so now I gotta play the game. Alright, so coming up, we have the biggest skip. Okay, this is the most important skip, guys. We gotta make sure we get this. It's frame perfect. Boom. Oh, okay. Super difficult trick. That's super difficult. Materia skip is the hardest skip in the game. We just saved like 2 minutes there, guys. It's fantastic. Okay, what the heck did I just get stuck on? Okay, I've actually never seen that. That was funny. That was funny. That was pretty funny. So we're gonna come up here, just get a little bit of safety ether. And then we're gonna come down here. Okay, and then we're going to I want to sell all of those, please. Oh, okay. Game's yelling at me. Okay, so we need a lot of grenades. And when I say a lot, we need a lot of them. So we're going to not be doing any grinding. Oops. Okay, so this is going to be our actual first big skip here. Not the joking one I made earlier here. See if I can get this. I was doing this a little bit of practice. I was having a little bit of struggle, so hopefully I get this. Oh, I didn't. Okay. Hopefully I'm not here for too long. This skip is not too difficult. I'm just being very bad today. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, second try is not bad. Or is that third try? I don't know. Technically third try. But, so that's known as guard skip. And that allows us to go straight to Wall Market. So we skipped a humongous amount of the game there. So we skipped going to the next reactor, fighting Airbuster, going through, talking with Aerith's mom, going through a bunch of cutscenes. It skips a lot. We go straight to Wall Market from basically the beginning of the game. So we need to talk to this guy, ask us if we know anyone named Yang, if he knows anyone named Yang, and then he talks about, oh well, Don Canero wants to have her as his bride, and it's like, so we can't have that happen. Wrong house. So we want to go in here. So we're gonna need to do this regardless. So I'm just gonna go do this now. So after he eats it, we have to say it was alright. And then he'll give us a coupon. And then now we're going to head over to Don Canero. Alright, so he's going to kind of explain to us, alright, well, Yang is here, and you know you might be able to get in here if bring some beautiful women here. So Aerith here has the most brilliant idea of going ahead and getting them dressed up. So they can kind of sneak in and just. So pretty much what we're planning to do here is we're planning on getting Cloud disguised as a woman. So when it comes to this, though, we very specifically need very certain things. We need very specific things, and the reason why we need those very specific things is because we want Don Canero to choose Cloud. So we need to make sure to do all these side things around Don Canero, because if you complete all of these, then he will pick Cloud, and picking Cloud saves about it's like 2 minutes or something like that. So we need to stay the night. We need to grab 201. So so once we have this one, we're going to come up here, and oh, I almost forgot to get the digestive. So we need to come here, and we need to talk to this guy. He'll see that we have the coupon, so we want digestive. So then we're going to come up to this guy, and not forget our diamond tiara. That would be bad. This is oftentimes how a lot of runs die, is because people forget this tiara. I've lost I've lost a few runs to forgetting the tiara, so actually I want to save here. And everything but what I needed it. Okay. Ignore all those saves. Don't worry about those saves. They're nothing. They mean nothing. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open this door, and we're gonna come over here and talk to this guy. So what this is going to do, this is going to allow us to walk during this cutscene. So what we want to do is actually need to close the door. We need to play this up to a certain cutscene, or up to a certain text box, and then we open this up again, and then we talk to this person, and then we come back over here and start mashing. Give her the medicine. Okay, so when this pops up, we need to come all the way over here. This is very important. Okay. So soft simmers. Okay, she will enter, and so once we have the sexy cologne, then we can safely leave there. And that was known as bar skip. That is a very scary trick to do. It's not hard necessarily, but it is also very easy to mess up. So if you mess it up, you soft lock the game, and that's why I actually saved. But that saves a little bit of time. Like I said, it's very technical, but it's not too bad. But Cloud tries on the dress and realizes it doesn't look quite right on him. So they're like, "Oh, let's get you a wig." So now we have to come over here. We need to play this game. So we're going to be doing some squats. Against this big buff man. Got it. Don't need practice. Oh, okay, that was weird. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not reading my inputs at times. Well, if he keeps messing up like that, I should be fine. So I just need to get one more than him. I like to like actually, because you can, I think my best I've gotten on squats is like 23 or something, I think. 20, okay, cool. Let's see, it was I remember as a kid that mini game is actually kind of annoying and kind of tricky. All right, so once we have the wig, so I got the diamond tiara, I got the sexy cologne, should be it, and I got the wig, and I got soft and simmers. Okay, so we're good. I'm ready. Alright, so Cloud is now fully disguised. Alright, so, and now Aerith has decided that she wanted to go ahead and dress up. And now she is all dressed up in a nice red dress. So now it is time to head on over to Don Canaro and pray that I did this correctly and actually will get picked. Like, I remember, like, I'll be like confident, like I know I hit the things correctly, but then like I'll always still be nervous. Like I'm always nervous that I messed it up at some point, and that I'm going to end up having to lose a few minutes. But Alright, so Cloud has spotted Tifa and has quickly ran to hide because he is very embarrassed that he had to disguise himself as a woman in this dress. So I don't want to talk to you right now, Tifa. Okay, I wanted to grab that item first. So Ether's ooh, I'm good. I'm okay. Ethers, as you might know, sell for a lot. And again, I know what you're thinking. Well, like, but Solo, you already bought a bunch of grenades. Why do you need more money? Like, like I said, we need a lot of grenades. You're saying Cloud is acting sus. Yes, pretty sus. So, alright, so it doesn't really matter which way you come. You can go to the left or right, and this will happen regardless. I'm like just thinking in my head, making sure I remembered. Like I said, I still get nervous the fact that I mess this up every time, and there's no way to tell, like until he picks. Okay. Like, every time. It gets to me every time. Alright, so here we want to pick option 2 twice here. That's the fastest way to get through out of the conversation here. And then he's like, surprise, I'm a dude. He's like, what, you tricked me? I'm like, well, yeah. And then they just kind of just threaten to put it in a family-friendly term. They're going to violently hurt him very, very badly if they don't tell them what they want to know. So here we're just gonna kind of mash through. Doesn't matter if you get it right or wrong. He's gonna make you fall down here regardless. And then we'll go straight into, after this cutscene, we'll go straight into the Abzu, APS, ABS, whatever you want to call them. So this fight is not too difficult. It's just gonna be grenade spam. A lot of these fights are just gonna be grenade spam. That's a lot of the fights you're going to see. You're just gonna see us just chucking grenades, like whoosh, 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 just throwing them all. So, I hope you guys like grenades and fast like inputs into using grenade, because you're gonna be seeing it pretty much through the rest of this. Alright, so the fastest way to get to throw the grenades is just holding up and confirm. And then from there I just hold confirm. And that's the entire fight. Cloud does have limit, but there's just no point in using it. I'm just gonna keep throwing grenades. The limit will be useful possibly later in the later in the run during the Rufus fight. For now, just enjoy the boss fight music. Oh, okay, he just killed himself. That's fine. That was a pretty fast fight, actually. Oh, vintage classic gamer. Thank you for the rating and for the raid of 6 people. What's going on, raiders? You're doing all well. That was not worth it. Oh, okay. The game, please. Nice preemptive. I'll take it. The preemptive is actually supposed to be for APS, so that shows me but I'm actually like ahead of the, not ahead, but behind the step count, which is interesting. Nope, forgot I was holding up. All right. So just a bit of mashing here. So up here is going to be a high potion, and there's another high potion we can pick up, which I'm probably going to be picking up both. Again, I want, just for safety, I want as many grenades as I possibly can get. Like, it's better to have too many than too little, because there is one part in this that I could just mess up quite a few times and then just not have enough grenades right at the end. Because there's only going to be like, we just need enough grenades to get us through up to the end of Motorball. And once we're past Motorball, that might not sound like we need that many, but we need a lot actually. It takes, like, I think we need like 6 grenades alone for like the Rufus fight, or the Reno fight, not Rufus. Speaking of which, where's my, where's my, where am I? There. I'll just split here, it's fine. It's not a big deal. My skip is not working, so I'm not sure what's up with that, but you know, whatever. I can fix this all later. It's not a big deal. Alright, and now they're attacking the pillar here because they're going to explode and collapse the pizza slice on top of the pizza slice. Just to take out some small group of Avalanche members. Why? The only real answer I can give is corporate greed. Like, I don't know how this correlates to corporate greed, but yes. Yo, thank you for the good luck. because like in the remake, that's the only real answer they give you is he did it for money. He just wanted more money. Alright, so not too much going here, just a small little climb here. But again, I want to remind everybody that we do have some incentives for if you guys want to watch me fight, I do the actual Sephiroth fight and actually fight Sephiroth. Again, just $15. Just gotta donate $15 to this amazing charity, and you will watch me fight the actual Sephiroth fight. So here, just give you a chance to do any menu if you want to do menuing, but obviously I don't need to do any menuing. There's nothing to do. So the Reno fight here, it's not a terribly difficult fight. It can go bad. Like, it's like the chances of it going bad are like almost slim, so. Oh, wow, okay. If he goes for Cloud here. Oh wow, he did. No, he didn't for 2. I'm saying if he. So, 2, 3. 4. I think it's 6 or 8. I think it's. 6. Oh, it's yes, 8. Alright. That's 8. And he gives another ether. That is another good chunk of gil. So I'm sure you guys like to see some funny stuff. So during this cutscene, you can just kind of run around. So it's like fun. I like to do it. Just kind of make it look like Cloud is just in a panic. I just find it very funny. And there's just nothing better to do during this cutscene, so might as well just have some fun with it. Okay. I'll stop. That's probably being very annoying. So my keyboard is very loud, and I know it is. So the simple thing here, the only thing we really need to do is we have to talk to Cloud, no, not Cloud, talk to Barrett to get him to move over here. So this is something fun. You can just keep mashing on him and he will just keep repeating this over and over and over. It's just really funny to me, and I like to show it off. He just won't ever, like, he'll just continue doing that over and over until you just stop mashing. It's just a funny little glitch. I enjoy doing it a lot. Like I said, I like showing it off. I think it's funny. Again, if you guys would like to name Red, we're gonna be coming up to that part here soon-ish. But so if you'd like to name Red, currently right now what is winning is Temmie, which I assume would probably, like, if it's like a $5 split between, it's like $5 right now is with Temmie for Red. So if you guys would like to see that, you know, all you gotta do is, you know, more than $5 to rename Red. Whatever you would like to name him. Name him. Keep it clean, of course. Don't, you know, don't be stupid with it. Please. Also, $15, and we will be fighting. We will be fighting Sephiroth. So. But right now, it's just gonna be a lot of mashing, a lot of just sitting through cutscenes. Not a whole lot, not a whole lot going on. But I guess again, some new people here. What are you guys' favorite Final Fantasy? Like, I really want to know. You know, if it's Final Fantasy 7, if it's maybe it's Final Fantasy 8, maybe it's 9. Maybe you guys are a big fan of 10, or even one of the side games. Like myself, I'm a huge fan of Tactics. That's hands down my favorite, and I think it's arguably the best one. It's got like, I'd say the best story in Final Fantasy. 4? Oh, it's pretty good. It's pretty solid. I never played too much of 4, but I've seen a lot about it and I've heard a lot about it. I think it's a cool game. That's one of those ones on my list of I gotta get around to playing that one, but I never actually got around to actually playing that one. Okay, it's not really, no bandits or anything, so. Oh yeah, it's not really too late to pick up anything, in my opinion. So I definitely will pick that game up at some point and play it. I'm going to run over here real quick, and I'm going to grab an ether that is in the garden over here. Again, we want all the money. We're going to go in here, and again, just more cutscenes, more kind of a character development, not world building. It's more character development with Aerith. Kind of learning more about Aerith, how she's an ancient. She's how her mother isn't actually her mother. Her real mother actually died, and her mother that is here is her adopted mother. And her adopted mother, the only reason this was found out is because her husband ended up dying in a war, or at least that's what it's preluded to, is because it's said that he never came back. It's kind of sad. I must play this. I've played most of the mainline ones. Like, I haven't played 3. I couldn't get into 1. 1 was just like so dull to me. There was just nothing really to it that was interesting to me. 3 I've tried a little bit. 4 is one I haven't really got too much into. I've been playing 5 for a little bit. 5 is fun. I enjoy 5. 6 is definitely one of the ones I really like. 7's like a bit of a controversial one for me. Like, I only reason I dislike 7 is only for the fact that the fans hype it up way too much, and it just kind of like really makes me dislike it even more, because the game is not a game that It's not as big of a game as a lot of the fans make it out to be. I'm not saying like, again, I'm not saying 7 is a bad game. Obviously, I would be here speedrunning if it was a bad game. I really love it. I really like this game. This game's fun, but I don't think it's nearly as good as people make it out to be. Just keep you away 12 and 13 are, I mean, 12 is fine. I just don't like 12, but I respect it. 13 is a game I both dislike and don't respect. 13 is just bad. I just don't like 13. It's not as bad as Type 0. I think Type 0 is like arguably the worst Final Fantasy, but 13 is pretty bad. It's up there. It's up there. It's pretty bad. One that I feel like it's like almost, I would say, is a guilty pleasure is 10-2 in a way. Like 10-2 has a fantastic, like, it's a fantastic gameplay, but it's like the story of it is just, it's just so bad. Like, it's complete fan service and it just sucks. Also, if you guys think this run is fast, I just want to point out. Okay, watch this. Okay, you see Barry went up there, right? I hit this door and this dude walks up the stairs and is already back down the stairs. Barrett is the true speedrunner here. Like, what need I say more? This man is the true speedrunner. Like, this dude just went upstairs and flew back down. Alright, so here we're going to be selling a few more things. Okay, well, I guess we're not selling things because it's going to double input on me. That was funny. It's like, you doing what? Like, the game was like, you doing what, game, sir? Am I gonna have enough? Yeah, I don't have enough. Okay. I have to make sure I have at least 300. Else I'm in a very awkward situation. Hello, game. This game has very janky physics. If you haven't figured that one out, I almost got out of here with no encounter. Feels bad. Hey guys, look! It's the Final Fantasy VII boss. I probably just like. I hope like when I'm making jokes about 7 remake, like I hope I'm not ruining for anybody. I apologize if I am. Like, that game is fantastic. I hope everyone gets the chance to play it. Even if you weren't a big fan of the original, like, I recommend playing the remake. The remake is great. It's so much better than the original, like, on so many levels. I forgot to buy the batteries. Okay, well, after I talk to you, we're gonna get this epic music and then we're gonna leave. Go buy the batteries because I forgot to buy them. Get this music to hype us all up and then we're gonna leave. Because I forgot to buy the batteries. Because he sells, for some reason he sells 3. He won't sell us just like 1. Because we don't even use the other 2. We just use 3. We just use the 1. So we have to have 300 or else he won't give us the batteries. Alright. At least it's not as bad. I remember one of the practice runs I was doing of this, trying to get back into the run of this, and I actually forgot the batteries. It was pretty awkward and funny. Like, I forgot the batteries, and I came all the way over here. I'm like, why is this not working? Oh, probably because I didn't buy the dang batteries. It was pretty funny. So, again, not really too much going here. We're just gonna be solving a few puzzles. Gonna be going through here. So I guess I can start. Let you guys know. The Retro Block Party is raising money for ALS. Fantastic charity. So if you guys have any spare cash, anything like that, I do want to repeat that we will be having we do have a naming incentive for Red 13 still going on. So if you guys would like to name Red 13 anything, right now it is going for Temmie, and then nothing special, but we will be having we do have a donation incentive for fighting Sephiroth. It's only about like $15, and we'll be able to fight Sephiroth. This game is so broken that we don't even actually have to fight Sephiroth. We just skip straight to the scripted fight, and that's it. But if you guys would like to actually see the actual fight, because there's actually a few cool tech with that fight that I can kind of show off. I can show off if you guys do donate for it. On top of the fact that we actually do, like, I'll make sure to even just as a no extra charge, I'll even add in the Omni Slash, because unfortunately, due to the side effect of us skipping over straight to that fight, we don't actually get Omni Slash. So here, funny little thing is we tell Barrett we're gonna bust in just because it's faster just to hit that, but then we just run to the left and then just go take the stairs anyway. So, theoretically, taking the elevator is faster than taking the stairs, but for one, we have to get like almost no encounters, and two, there's the thing of the fact that if you get an encounter, it's inescapable, and we have to use our grenades to fight them. So the RNG for trying to do the bust end is just obviously not feasible in the slightest. So instead, we're going for the sneaky way, and we're going to be taking the stairs. Hey. All right, chat. Do we pick up the elixir though? That I'm gonna ask you guys right now. Do we take the elixir? Yeah, got a few flights of stairs to decide. Like, I'll tell you right now, the elixir holds no significance. It's just for the fun of it. So don't. If you just want to do it for the fun of it, then we'll pick it up. Otherwise, I'm just gonna skip over it. Alright, chat. Elixir's coming up, so you guys want to see it be picked up for the fun of it? Let me know. I'll pick it up. Alright. Nobody's saying in the chat they want to see it picked up? Oh well. Goodbye. Goodbye, little elixir. Fare thee well. So it used to actually be picked up in the run back before when we had to fight Materia Keeper, which was the most biggest RNG fest of the run. But thankfully we skipped that now. So. Alright, so we got a few more flights of stairs to go. And once we get up to the flight of stairs, we will have a little bit of tech coming our way here, so I hope you guys are excited for that. For now, it's just going to be going up some flight of stairs here. Nothing special. But everyone, hope you guys are chilling out, relaxing. Hope you guys are enjoying this awesome run. So right here, real quick, we're actually going to be going to configure, and we're actually going to be changing this to wait. Destroy the intruders. So there's an interesting little tech about this game. God, okay, I messed it up. I kind of... Okay, well I messed that up a little bit, that's fine. I tripped up on the end there. So we will get the key here. I'm going to go ahead and swap it back to active here. So if we do get into any fights, it will be a lot slower to get to that fight. We will be swapping that back later for another fight, but for now, we're just going to have it off. So this is a bit of a kind of a spooky part, because this is where we could lose excuse me, we could lose a lot of our grenades if we mess this up. So hopefully I don't mess this up too badly. I'm just gonna play this super conservatively. Go, and then I'm gonna go here, and they're gonna give me the prompt, but hey, you can do this. Like, that's cool. And they're gonna cross, and then when they move, it's the second ones that are the scary ones. These guys are not too bad. Like, I could move when they're crossing, but like I said, I just want to be super safe. These guys are the ones that are scary. Cross. Okay, cool. Cross. Okay, I almost got caught there. this. Oh my goodness. I am going for super sketchy moves there. Okay, cool. Like, if that didn't work, I have a safety save I can use, so. Oops. Alright, so here we are going to be guessing this. So it can't be, I think it's the second or fifth. Oh, or it can't be. Okay. Oh, it was bomb. Okay. Whatever. That's fine. It's not a big deal. I couldn't remember which ones it couldn't possibly. There's like ones that it can't be. I couldn't remember which ones it was. Alright, so here, right there, is this one bad? Oops. So there's this that specific one is the only one where we have to. That's the only one we specifically need to open, and then all the other ones can be opened as normal. I think there's like one where you could end up having it where only specific ones are opened, but it doesn't happen very often. But as you might guess, we just want to get the parts quickly, as efficiently as possible. So we're missing just 2 more parts here. Oops. Okay. Alright, so we got the final piece there. Wasn't too bad. Final card. I got the next card, sorry. So come over here to the bathroom here. And we're going to climb up to here. Alright, so now here is just going to be like more cutscenes, more just talking about kind of about the destruction, and then talking more about well, they're like, oh, that can be fixed, that doesn't really matter, and then they were like, oh well, now we got well, what about the ancients? And they're like, oh, obviously they're talking about Aerith, who they captured not too long ago, like a while back, and then Hojo is talking about Specimen and examining her and stuff like that. What's going on, Cerberus? How are you doing? Alright, so I guess right about here would be a good time to ask for last call is for any names for Red. If you guys would like to name Red anything else outside of Timmy, get your donations in now. Because how's 5-7 going? It's going alright. The run's been pretty smooth so far. I haven't had any, I wouldn't say really any hiccups, really. I feel like it's been a solid run so far. Hope this, okay, awesome. I don't understand why this lady is solid and every single other NPC is not. She is the troll lady. She really likes to troll people. Alright, so but as soon as I enter the lab, I will call. I guess I'll go ahead and say that'll be the cutoff. So you guys have a few more minutes here to go ahead and get your donations, and if you want to go ahead and change the name for Red. There's just a little bit of cutscene here, cutscenes and stuff like that. So. But so far the run's been going so good so far. So here soon we will be, once we're out of Midgar here, we're going to be seeing a lot of the glitchiness. So if you guys have been sitting here patiently through this hour, again, well, for one, I want to tell you guys thank you. So but we will be getting to the fun stuff soon. So anyone that heard me talking about the beginning, hyping up the how crazy this run gets, I assure you it's gonna get really crazy here soon. Okay, let's go ahead and change this back to wait. I hope we don't get any encounters. That would be awkward. All right, so I guess we're gonna be naming Red Timmy or Temmy. Temmy. I think it's how you say it. Temmy. I'm not sure how you say that. Temmy. Of course, the minute I stop mashing is when a text box shows up. This is why I just keep mashing, guys. This is why you just keep mashing. Alright, so this next fight, trying to make sure that Sample and his little goons get as few turns as possible really helps out here. Alright, so we will be naming Red Timmy. Alright, so let's talk about before this is weight tricking. So pretty much, once an action executes, you can hold the if you have it on wait, you can hold it like this, and this will essentially have the enemy's ATB just reset once they get an action like this. So it'll essentially be at 0, and then you can, like I said, this prevents them from having as few turns as possible. Let's fight. It was actually a pretty solid fight, I'd say. I think we're actually going a lot faster than my PB, that's for sure. Because I think my PB finished this at like 1:30 something, I think. Oh, I forgot to turn off my wait. But that's okay. Leave at once. Well, I'm trying to. You won't stop shooting me. It's like, leave it once. I'm trying. It's counterintuitive. Alright. So we'll go down here, go to the elevator, and then Rude will come in here, being very rude. But at least he said please, right? That's the point. That's the part that matters. He said please at least. Bing, boom. All right. Again, a few more cutscenes going through here, and then we're gonna be getting into the part of escaping Midgar. So, like a solid Midgar time is like, I think, what, like 1:30-ish, like without step count. Because after Midgar, like, step count doesn't really matter too much. So. Whew. But again, I hope you guys are enjoying the run. So here we just need to talk to Aerith. Talking to anyone else doesn't really matter. So you kind of just talk with Aerith and she kind of explains that she's an ancient and more actually known as a Cetra, and that she can communicate with the Earth and understand what the Earth is saying. So it's only really big stuff we need to talk to, and then we're just gonna go ahead and get some rest. which is probably something I should be doing, but you know, hey. Nah, it's okay. I mean, to be fair, even what's my favorite Final Fantasy? My favorite Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy Tactics. I actually said it a few times during the run here. Okay. I love the story of Final Fantasy Tactics. It's kind of what encapsulate like it basically like makes me just fall in love with the game, and that like when it comes to games, I'm a pretty simple person. Like the game mechanics could be like average, you know, but if the story is compelling, I'll say it's a good game. Like that's honestly how I am. Like the graphics could be really bad, the gameplay could be average, but the story could be really freaking good. Oops, I was supposed to talk to you guys first. Like what the heck? But if the story is very good, then I will call it a good game. Okay, I need to pay attention to the text boxes. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, I will take a preempt. That's a free run. So over there is a poison materia that is not actually useful for us, as you might have guessed. Yeah, I really like Final Fantasy VIII too. I think 8 is a lot of fun. It's a very fun game. Like I enjoy again. That was also a game I also really enjoyed the story of. Oops. I think the story of 8 was pretty decent. I'm also a big sucker for like, you know, time travel and time manipulation, stuff like that. I know that didn't really come into play until like the last bit of the game, but still, I think the whole thing about the sorceress and there's some sorcerer in the future and all this kind of interesting stuff. I think it's interesting. I think it's fun. Plus, I know a lot of people's main complaint about FF8 is the fact that it's too easy. Like, to be fair though, with that, like, it's only easy if you know how to play it. If you know how, like, the entire, like, junction system works. If you don't understand how the junction system works, the game is kind of not really that, you know, I wouldn't say it's difficult. It's still pretty kind of easy, but it's way easier when you understand like the level scaling and the junction system. But in my idea, like, I think that makes it even more fun, because there's something about being able to just have that knowledge and exploit that knowledge and make the game make it more fun in that regard too. That's also something else I like about Tactics is that it's in the same way. Hey, what's your first? Nice. Finish your fate. I think, weirdly enough, I'm pretty sure my first was... It was either 7 or it was 8. I can't remember which one it was. It was 7 or 8. The first one I fully played through, I remember it was 8. Leave it. Because it makes no difference if I leave it on or not. Actually, I think it does. It does make a difference. Alright, so this split here is 2 different fights in one, because they're basically just 2 different fights. I mean, they're basically the same fight, just built into one. Alright, so this one's just going to be just throw grenades to win. I do have limits ready, just in case, but grenades do the same amount of damage as the limits, so there's not really a point. The only limit that's actually kind of important here is Aeriths, because if they get too low, then I can just use Healing Wind and make this just, which really helps. Oh, so that was really unlucky. I've never actually seen that attack happen. That was really unlucky. Like, he actually got that attack off before I killed him. Or before I blew up his weapons. I see that attack a few times, but I never see that laser attack. Okay, so, anyone have a favorite villain in the Final Fantasy series? I think that's a good question. My favorite villains is actually also from Tactics, which was Weegraf. He was a character that was actually pretty well made, and up until like the end of his arc, I guess. Like he re-shows up, and then you have to refight him, and then it's like, and then he like gets taken over by the Zodiac Stone, and it's like it just kind of becomes lame after that, because I think he was really cool otherwise. Also, that's really annoying that he put one of my characters to sleep. 8. Calculated, dude. Barrett living through calculated damage, clearly. Just kidding. He dies. It's not a big deal that if he dies or not. It used to matter if Aerith dies in this fight, but Barrett dying doesn't make a difference. It doesn't actually make a difference that anyone dies in any of these fights. Well, I mean, if Cloud dies, then it kind of makes a difference, but that's a different story in of its own right. Again, if you guys want to see me do the actual boss fight with against Sephiroth, you know, $15 to this amazing cause. That didn't kill. That's so unlucky. Am I gonna live here? Do I have to heal? I might have to heal. I'm just gonna heal just to... Oh, I don't have cure on. Oops. I might die here. That'd be awkward if I did. Please don't die. I'm gonna die. Because I had to... That's awkward. That was just really unlucky. I think I have a save that's like... I should have a save in here. There we go. That's like after the Rufus fight. We'll just pretend like we won the Rufus fight. Like, this is probably wasn't gonna PV anyway. It's not that big a deal. I mean, especially if I had to redo that entire thing, I definitely want to PV. So that, like, the dog living is kind of what screwed me over finishing that fight. So unfortunately, also the names are all not there anymore. I mean, they so I apologize for this, but I had to continue the run. I had to pull up a safety save. So But here we just got a big long cutscene. I will be right back while this goes. So, ideally we want to see some red bikes. That's 2. Do we get, wow! Okay, that's really lucky. So, there can only be 3 bikes within this at a time. And also, if you're just spamming your sword, the bikes will stay behind you no matter what. So we can just keep 3 red bikes here and just kind of just smash here and not do anything. So yeah, great mini game. They can at times break through it if the idiots in front of us move too far back. Like they can break it that way, but them moving in front of you when you're so far back happens very rarely. Yeah, this is a great fight. I mean, this is a great mini game here. Not exploitable at all. Not exploitable at all. Alright. I got Motorball here. What up, Motorball? Alright, Motorball is an interesting fight here. So, basically what we need to do here is we need to have Cloud casting Bolt. Meanwhile, the other 2 are just throwing grenades. That is essentially what we need to be doing here. If we need to heal, we basically need... Oh. If we need to heal, we're going to get into very quickly, try to heal. But hopefully it shouldn't happen too often, because it will screw up the damage here. But Barrett being a little low on HP could pose a problem. Again, levels don't matter too much here. So if someone dies, it's not a big deal, but it makes the fight harder. Ooh. Wait, I think that always does that. So there is a very specific way you can manipulate this to skip the Twin Flame and the Twin Burner here, but I'm just bad at it, so I just kind of mash. So he's gonna kill Barrett here. but the other two should live. So as long as... Okay, there we go. Cool. Alright, ignore this next split here. Spoilers. It's absolute spoilers. Just pretend it doesn't exist. I know that's not going to actually work, but you know, just pretend it's not there. So, but you're probably sitting there thinking like, but Sloa. You're probably, but Sloa, they're like, what could it possibly mean? I don't know. Wow, I got that so casually. I got that so casually. That was Barrett skip, by the way, first try. I'm gonna safety heal here. So if you end up hitting the exit at the same time you trigger Barrett's Barrett's text, he'll end up you'll end up getting what's known as Barrett skip, where you'll completely skip over that there's this big old cutscene, followed by you kind of pick out your party and like who you want to take with you, which don't...
Hello.
Yes, hello.
How's it going?
It's going well. We are about to get into the nitty gritties, and we're about to split the game in half.
Well, it is that time, unfortunately.
Oh, we need to cut off?
Yeah, it's 2 o'clock. Well, 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull vintage on down here.
All right.
Vintage.
Hello. Well, I guess unfortunately I get to show off a lot of the big glitches here. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, what ends up happening. I was actually looking forward to the debug room. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, like.
But as they say, show must go on. Vintage. What are you gonna be playing for us today, bud?
I'm playing a ROM hack of Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, which is ridiculously stupid. I'm doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Fall of the Foot Clan after that, and we're going to finish up with Back from the Sewers. I should have enough time to finish.
Alright. And you have some donation incentives for us.
Yes, I'm doing a donation match up to $100. I have $100 cash. I would like to give it all to this lovely charity. And you can announce that it's cool.
Right. Slow, do you have any final words for us here?
No.
No, not too much. Again, shoutouts. Again, you guys didn't get to see too much the really big part of the run, unfortunately here. That's okay. But I do recommend, if you feel kind of cheated out here, I do recommend go out into speedrun.com, check out the world record run. The run is very amazing, crazy, absolutely nuts. Recommend checking it out and just watching it go from beginning to end. Also, if you guys want to check this out, you can check out the Discord. Speedrun's very easy to get into. I mean, you saw I went through a lot of it and it was pretty easy. So that's all I really had to say.